Hello, 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 and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. Um, okay, y'all. This is what we've been waiting for today. Um, this is Sister Wives season 2, sorry, season 17, episode 2. Is there a favorite wife? Why do I keep doing that today? My God, I'm so sorry. I'm a little distracted. Is there
Uh,
a favorite wife?
and,
Oh yeah,
well, yeah, we've been saying this for how long? Just
for
saying.
for years, like since season 1. I also the one thing that I took away from this particular episode is that Cody is now a failed manipulator, and there was a lot of contradictions from editing.
Dude.
Like they not team Cody in the editor's booth. I'm so
No, they're not. For sure. They are definitely anti Cody. I'm sorry. They just are. They did him. I mean, he
it's
said what he said,
crazy.
but I'm like, man.
And
They
where is Cody? What does Cody do? Stop worrying
right.
about the nanny. What do Cody be doing? And what do he
Like,
be doing for $200 an hour?
and Ramadan, like, yeah, like, I know Cody uses his office as a car, his car as an office. Like, what? What business is he handling?
Like he came off like a total pimp drug dealer to me in this episode. I'm sorry. It didn't sound nothing legitimate. Huh? Okay. But if you're making $200 an hour, why are you not paying your taxes?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're balling that much, why do your wives have to buy their own homes? Well, except
Well,
Robin.
Janelle is renting.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's true.
That part took me out too.
Well, I guess she was the smartest one because her house seems to be the smallest. And she's doing the financial, like I don't know what the rent is, but in comparison to Robin's $1 million mansion, I'm sure that Janelle's rent is way cheaper,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Well, it's because Robin's buying. We have to remember that Robin's the one that's buying.
But remember last season Robin didn't want to buy that house. It was Cody that was
Oh,
forcing her to do that.
but she wasn't giving in.
I think that's why she's favorite wife cuz she give in. And the other
I
ones be
agree.
fighting and saying F you. Like didn't Janelle tell him F you last year for something?
Yeah.
Um I can't remember what, but I thought it was crazy that she did that. Hey Yanni. Didn't like some of Cody and Robin recording on the couch was done separately and lately. Oh, so you think that they playing around with how they splice in the show together? Interesting. Yes, he's in the gun business because I've seen video footage of him at a trade show, selling his wares. Christine got her part of money she made and bought a home right away. Yes, someone says she has a really nice place in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at this point, even though she manipulated crap out of Cody, is by giving in turn. Okay, Yadi, I got you. Hi, Christina. Cody made her buy that house. I don't think so. Oh,
I
I know.
mean,
I know she had doubts. I
yes.
know she had doubts, and she was pushing back, and she was like, "The Lord is going to tell me what to do." I was like, What don't you like about that house?" Trade show with no map, right? Oh, I saw that. Um, okay, let's okay. So I was a little confused with how Janelle's whole family got COVID, but she straightened it out. She said one of her sons who works outside of the house brought it home and just basically took down everybody else. Um, oh my God. Stop. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. And Cody is now hypothesizing on what kind of immunity he has based on Janelle's whole family getting COVID. You don't unless you get a shot. They have the immunity because they got the COVID. Uh, I don't know. This episode was just all over the place for me at the beginning. He starts criticizing Christine for going and seeing her child again. But he lets 4 weeks go by before he does another roll up on Christine. What? He's still blaming her for the failure in the relationship. He's blaming her for wanting to leave. It's all her fault, and not his fault at all. And this is all victimizing him.
So this is interesting. I'm going back to um when we watched this, and I remember the whole thing with the house, and then I found this. I was just curious if I was remembering if I'm remembering this wrong. And let me see. This is from 2021, and it says, let me just bring it up real quick. All right, let me see if I can do this properly here. All right. So I put in, did Robin Brown want to buy the house in Flagstaff? And this is what it says. The home they were renting went on the market, forcing them to find another house. Robin refused to buy an abode because she feared it would financially delay the family building homes on the land purchased back in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm coming. That's what I kind of remember, because I think she has something with her credit issues, and she had just got her credit right or something like that. And she was very skeptical about buying a home in Flagstaff.
No, she had to get her credit right to buy the house in Vegas.
Right. In Vegas, right? Okay, so it was in
Yes.
Vegas that she got the credit right. Got it.
Yeah, because she was the last one to get a loan because she kept on getting rejected. So they had to pay to correct her credit.
Here it is. Remember, they couldn't find a 6-bedroom rental.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they were forced to buy the house. It was only the 5-bedroom available. It was for sale, no rent. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
There. Okay. That's what it was. So I knew she was really skeptical about buying the house. And so it was the bedrooms was the cause. So basically, if the 6-bedroom, they had a 6-bedroom rental, they wouldn't have bought the house. That makes sense. Okay.
Why she needs 6 bedrooms? Is she doing a bed and breakfast?
Yeah, they fought a lot. Oh yeah, I remember that because she was not having it.
But who knows if it's true or not true. Was also huge. Who picked that one? Oh, Christina.
Christina coming through. Christina coming through.
She is not letting her knee off of this woman neck. Oh my God. Okay, so wait. So the most irritating part of this episode was Robin sitting there going, Christina's like, Christine doing all of this is making Cody a really angry man, and he's not the man that I married. I just want my husband back. And then you seeing Cody out on a lump of dirt in the middle of Coyote Pass. It would look like a beer commercial or something. I was just, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? It was like part beer commercial, part Lion King. All he needed to do was throw his hands up in the air and turn on a Beyonce wind fan or something, and I would have been on the floor laughing. It was hysterical for me. I just want my husband back. Well, he ain't going. Well, he is going somewhere. None of y'all seem to know where he's going. But did you notice, right? Christine says she doesn't know where he goes because it's not
Mhm.
at her house. And if he does show up at her house, it's not till after 6 and he doesn't sleep over anymore. Janelle says she doesn't know where he is, but he shows up after 6. And then Robin said, well, I don't know where he is, but he uses his car as the office, but he's had to stay here due to circumstances because the other wives aren't behaving per Cody protocol. And then he gets in the closet and said, I've been stuck here for a year. What?
Right. And what killed me, here's what part, another part that killed me. And I laughed. Mind you, I was on the street and I was laughing. When he was like, and I told Janelle that Garrison and whoever need to move. And Janelle just laughed and she said, like, I don't know what he's talking about. He's not even on the lease. I was like, oh. She's like, I'm on the lease. I'm like, oh, Cody, no. No.
But
Basically, she
it's
said, you hold no power
true.
here.
This is what I was saying last week. He was like, "That's my house. That Christine packed up my stuff." No, it's not. She bought that house, not you. And Janelle backed it up again this week. He trying to toss out her kids, and she's like, "He's not even on the lease. Who are
Right.
you?" Uh
Robin stay lying.
huh.
She stay lying. 'Cause I'm like, because she's trying to act real confused about why the other sister wives are mad. Ma'am, you've already said in past episodes that people don't like you because you know they feel like you're the favorite wife. I'm like, there's no feeling there. That's just a fact. Just saying. Just saying. I'm like, she. It's interesting to how she tries to play victim in every scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Every scenario. Even when she was quote unquote trying to get Christine and Cody back together or to talk, it was for her own benefit because basically what she's saying, like, I'm sick of Cody in my house.
Yeah, and this
So
isn't what I signed up for. I need all
right,
y'all bitches get in line.
right. And then my thing is this, Robin, if he's not spending that much time at your house, how are you sick of him? You on one hand
Mm-hmm.
say he's there too much, and then you're saying like, oh no, he's not in my house all that often. I'm gonna
No,
be like, fix
but then
that.
she turned around and said, the only reason why I have a baby a nanny is because Cody and I have so much to do during the day. Like what? And I don't feel it's right to take him away from his responsibilities. What are they? To help out with the kids. But those are his kids, right? So why he can't help out with them? But anyway, you get that. You get the nanny. But none of the other wives, your sister wives that you say you wanted to be a part of this poly relationship,
Mhm.
none of them can't help you neither, even though they've offered. But you got your nanny. Good for you, girl. But you also got 3 adult children in that house who could help you with those younger kids. Look at the Duggars. As soon as one is popped out, the other 19 older ones
Mhm.
is helping out with that baby, and Michelle just sit back waiting to pop out the next one. I'm just trying to I'm just drawing, a cross reference here. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that's how people with big families,
Right.
behave. The kids pitch in. So your bigger kids were at home. Why couldn't they help you? Like, what's wrong with your 2 younger children that you can't manage them? Like my mom managed 2 kids. I don't understand. But I also found it problematic. Cody thinks that he babysits his kids. He's a dad. That's not babysitting. Like if I
Right.
went over to their house to watch their kids, I
Mhm.
would be babysitting. But
Yes.
I don't think a mother or a father babysits their own kids. They're raising them. Or I don't have kids, so I might be getting that wrong. Y'all
Like
can
I've heard this from parents
correct me.
before. When parents split up or have multiple families, you'll hear people when men say, it is mostly the men who say this. I will say this, ladies, 95% of this saying is men. Oh, I have to go babysit my kids, and everyone else is like, hold up, blah 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 blah. Them is your kids. There is no babysitting.
I, I heard that, like, even Christine said it. She's like, he came once with us canoeing or kayaking or whatever the hell it is that they do on the water. And she said that he brought Robin's kids, but that's because he was babysitting. What? Okay, y'all.
What was
Okay.
Robin doing to where she needed Cody to babysit away from her?
I don't know. Or she sent the kids to watch Cody and see what was going on over at Christine's
Right,
house with
to
her
report
kids.
back.
Yeah. Oh my God. So wait, let's talk about 4 weeks later, he rolls up to Christine's house again. So I guess he came in with a plan to try and manipulate this situation again back over to his
Right.
side. He's really underestimated Christine and the work that she's done on herself and how on ready she is for his bullshit. And I think he came in this time, instead of like yelling and screaming at her, he was going to take the quiet route and try to outmaneuver her, because I guess he thinks he's smarter.
No,
Um,
I disagree. I think what he did was he's like, well, me yelling at her did not work this time.
mm-hmm,
And he's like, okay, new tactic. Let me come in and being rational and calm. And maybe if I
mm-hmm,
talk to her in this tone, she'll come over to my side and see things my way.
mm-hmm.
No. And did you see the way she just sat there like, no.
No, she said, I think the best thing for us is like for me to go. It's been nice knowing you.
Right. And now, this is where it gets to the good part. He's like, well, what are you thinking? She's like, oh, Salt Lake City area. He's like, St. George. He's all, well, yeah. He's all like, well, that's 8 hours away. She's all, yes, it is. I hit the ground when she said it like that. I hollered again. She's like, yes, it is.
And
It,
what
it,
you gonna
it,
do
and,
about it?
that's what it was. Like, boom, you're correct.
Christina, you so wrong for this. I bet Cody was trying to drop Robin kids on her that day.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And Christine said, not today, saying she was ready for him. She was ready for him. What killed me was when Christine said to him, I should have left when we went to Vegas. Well, hot damn.
Right?
But
I was like,
Vegas was
wow.
key for her to realizing that she could do it on her own. Because remember when they landed up in Vegas, she didn't know how to pay a utility bill. She didn't know nothing about a checking account. She learned all of that shit on her own in Vegas. That was the building of Christine Brown, in my opinion. That was what gave her her foundation. Moving out of the fucking basement in Utah and getting her own place in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest mistake he ever made. Was
Right.
showing that woman independence inadvertently. Because had he
Right.
known he was doing that, he would have never done it.
He would never done it.
Mm-hmm. Because he needed to keep those women dependent on him.
And you know what it was? I think he knew Christine was genuinely in love with him, like genuinely, and he used that to
Mm-hmm.
his advantage. But
Yeah.
then when she got that taste, like you said, when she got that taste of independence and she could do things on her
Mm-hmm.
own,
Mm-hmm.
she started to see what was really going on. And
Yep.
especially when Robin came to the picture, she knew what was up. And she's been, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
she'd been knowing what was up, but she needed to
Mm-hmm.
go through Vegas to
Mm-hmm.
learn what she needed to learn. And now she can stand on her own.
And don't forget, in Vegas, she learned how to manage her own home. She
Mm-hmm.
learned how to provide for her children on her own. She got her her real estate license in Vegas, sold her own house, and then moved to Flagstaff. I think she was the first one to sell her house and the first one to buy her house in Flagstaff. First one in Vegas to sell,
Right.
first one to buy in Flagstaff. She's not stupid, but he has come into every single interaction with her thinking that she's stupid. And
Right.
this proved to me that he wasn't even active. Like all of those scenes where they showed him like a ping, what is it, the pinball machine going back
Right.
and forth between the houses in Vegas. He might have been running back and forth to get his little daily exercises, but he wasn't seeing the evolution of Christine in Vegas.
I was gonna point that out, and you translate that over to Flagstaff. This just lets us know even more that he really hasn't been around Christine, because had he been, he'd have seen the change and the growth in her.
Mm-hmm. He don't
Because
know
it's
who
very
Christine
apparent.
is.
No,
Mm-mm. Okay, so Yanni says, now I think once Cody decided to do the show, his own family said, not in Utah, not around us, and they were going to disown them. So they faked that storyline that they need to move because of the police. But ain't his family in Wyoming? I thought his people was from Wyoming. Am I saying that right? Wyoming? Oh my God. I'm just not with it today. I'm sorry. Didn't see it till it was too late. That's right, Christina. Um, let me see. What else? He was sitting there in that
yeah,
chair,
Wyoming.
and every argument, not every argument, but every point that he put to her, she was able to hit back. And he would sit there and you would see him like his beady little eyes was
You can
going,
see him trying to think
yes,
of what
trying
can
to
I
think of
say.
another argument to put to her. And he just
Exactly.
couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. He was just so pathetic. And she's just sitting there waiting. Next. I'm ready for you.
Hmm.
The decision is made, boo.
Right.
We going.
And what was telling in the confessionals when she said she never thought being alone could be so good, and then she said
Mm-hmm.
what really made the decision for her is when her and Isabel had to go to New Jersey for her
Mm-hmm.
surgery on
Mm-hmm.
her own, and Cody
Yeah.
was not there. The doctors would tell Isabel like, "Oh, your daddy's gonna be here." She's all, "He's not coming," and they're like, "What?" So she's all, when she did that trip by herself,
Mm-hmm.
she knew she could handle it on her own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because for in the quarantine period, they stayed with her sister in Jersey, but then once they did the surgery, I don't think she could stay with the sister after that because the little girl was recovering, and it was
Right.
still the height of the panty at that time. But all of these trials and tribulations that she went through, and he was missing in action, she did have to carry that burden by herself. And even when, and I will dare to say this is my opinion, even when Cody was there, she was still handling it on her own because I don't see him as a contributing parent to any of these children.
I can see how you feel that way.
And as much as he's up in Robin's house, I think it's more he's up in Robin's crutch and he's not parenting those children either.
I got you.
You know, she's probably the only one that's still willing to have that kind of relationship with him. Um, I don't think Mary is interested in sexual relationships with him per se. I'm beginning to wonder if she's interested in a relationship with Robin, but that's just my opinion. Janelle don't look like she interested in anything at all. She just fine. And Christine wants to get it on with anybody but Cody. Done. Um, there was something else. Um,
There's one more key thing for me.
mhm.
Is the conversation of when, how can I put it? Who was it? Who was it? It was a conversation about Christine telling the other wives and the kids that she wanted to leave, or the adult kids, right?
Mhm.
And he's like, well, basically, and Cody comes in and says, well, basically, it's just how this family works. I guess people gossiping, kind of talking about me. And then you remember the confessional where Robin's like, oh, my kids like aren't part of that. And then you go to Mary, and she's like, my child, that whole situation over there, my child is not a part of that. I'm like, well, no, your child's not a part of that because your child, I believe, is in Utah, so it will be very difficult for them to be a part of the gossiping. So you can see right there the divide. That tells you right there that it's Mary and Robin versus Christine and Janelle. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he did say something at one point. He doesn't want Christine to go around the country telling people that he's a bad person if she were to leave. And that was right before they had the conversation regarding where in Utah she was moving to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't blame her for moving there because that's where a lot of her children have settled. And she did say she wanted to have truly an environment in which
Right.
people wanted her. That was telling. That should have cut him, but it didn't. Um, let me see. He said some BS about he's always loved her, but not always been in love with her. Like you I feel like he sees her as a wounded animal and he's just kicking her with some of the things that he says.
Mm-hmm.
And I find him to be so disrespectful.
And I think what it is, I think right now he's pissed because he where he could break her down before, he can't break her down now. I think that's what's irritating him the most is like he can't pull anything on her. She's not the same woman he married. Her blinders are off.
Lordy, when they brought up the conversation about telling the other wives, she's like, "Well, I don't really think I need to be there." And so Cody doesn't want to be there either. It's just ridiculous. But Christine says you need to be there. And Christine says she doesn't think that she's still a sister wife cuz basically they had this spiritual union. She
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the legal wife. So when exactly is it that you know you're done, like you're no longer spiritually married? And she's just like, well, I don't feel like it, so I guess I'm done.
Right.
I love to see the divorce right there. Like when she said I'm done, I was like, oh girl, the dissolution of the marriage right there in front of us. This was good. She also admits that she will probably stay close with Janelle, but Robin and Mary not so much. Oh my god. We see that Isabel got accepted into college, and then there's this conversation with Maddie, asking if Isabel can stay with them. She's gotten accepted into a community college, and then she has plans to go to the 4-year college after that, right? So I thought that that was really good. Maddie, she says, of course you can come over here. Now Christine is real close with Maddie. She helped birth her first child. I think that was back in Vegas. Maddie is one of the little girls that she brought up, like all of Janelle's kids she brought up. And basically, they see Christine as another mom. And they talked to Cody. I remember the only thing that stuck with me in this conversation when he says something about how much is that going to cost? Like you fucking paying for it. You don't pay. Remember he said either last season or a season before, he don't pay for none of they college tuition. He tell them
Right.
go and get jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You want advanced education? Go and pay for it. Go work. I'm not paying for it. I got you to 18 and that's where my responsibility ends. He's such a bitch. Oh my god. Um, but he wasn't even happy for her. And he's like, you're moving far away, but she was in the same city as you and you didn't see her. So a couple of states over ain't gonna matter to you. You don't see her now.
Right.
Um, Garrison. Garrison is calling him a hypocrite. Janelle's boys. I'm looking forward to a fight. I feel like her boys are gonna start fist fighting with Cody. Or is that just me?
And it's because of, and Christine said this. She said, while Janelle says her relationship with Cody is fine and it's enough for her, her
Mm-hmm.
boys have seen how he's treated their mother and they're not here for it. So now that they're older,
Mm-hmm.
they're calling him out for it. That's paraphrasing, but that's what Christine said.
Yep. So Yanni, yeah, because what's her name? Christine said, because when she asked Gwendolyn if she wanted to come with them, Gwendolyn says she's staying in Flagstaff. She's good. I think she's got a boyfriend. So she's staying. So basically, the only one she's taking away is Truly. Cody don't care. Probably don't even know where she live.
He probably don't know she in Flagstaff.
And I bet you he don't got a phone number.
Right.
Um, wait, did you see Peyton's social media thing about his mom being an independent woman?
No. So I don't follow them on I need
I
to.
don't either, but when they go and they do these things, I guess after the episode, he has something to say. And he said, my mom raised us. My mom is an independent woman. Do you know why she's an independent woman? Because she doesn't go around saying she's an independent woman. She just does it. I was like, say what now? And that's her only boy.
Right.
He going to bat for his mom. I love it. Janelle been gone for a while. Okay. I'm starting to be upset with Janelle. This situation is adequate for you, even though it's harming your children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it- I think, the thing is that she's got a lot of boys, whereas Christine got a lot of girls. Because Christine's son is pissed.
Both of them.
Janelle's boys. Oh, Christine got two boys?
No, I'm saying I knew you were going to Janelle. I'm like, it's both of both of her boys.
Yes. And they're her oldest too. So they've been around this situation more. And then I think their biggest problem is that they see the inequity between the wives, i.e., Robin and they mom. That's all they care about. Because it's like you spend all your time over there with Robin. You spend all your time over there with Robin kids. Didn't one of them say somebody could have gotten pregnant and had a baby and we still haven't seen you?
Mm-hmm.
It made me think that one of them got their girlfriends pregnant, but that was just me.
Right.
But this is how they're seeing it, and it's just like we only just got COVID. Don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. The boys all like what do they say? The boys are always closer to their mother. And especially when you don't have a dad that's always in the house, the boys are going to take on that father role protecting their mama. That's why all of these boys are standing up for their mothers.
Right.
It just seems even more so because Janelle has more boys than girls.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Agreed.
But they have a right to say that because they're in that house and they're seeing what's going on. And it seems like their dad is not even in contact with them, furthermore, their mother. And they know exactly where their dad at.
Not there.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do drive-bys to see that his cars, because he has multiple cars, is both parked up by Robin House. These kids grew up in a plural lifestyle, and they if it was fair, they wouldn't have said nothing. But they
Mm-hmm.
can blatantly see it's not fair.
Because they blatantly can see it because it's blatantly happening in front of their eyes. It's
Exactly.
obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's obvious. And they
Mm-hmm.
all talk amongst each other and they're comparing notes, obviously, and the notes are
Mm-hmm.
the same. Like this is what's going on. It's not fair to our mothers.
And then they seeing Christine leaving, and they know Christine and Janelle are tight.
Super
And
close.
in their head, they're like, well, wait, even if
We gotta talk
dad
about
isn't
that.
here, at least she had Christine, our other mom. But now she's leaving. Mom, you need to leave too.
Now, Christine in that confessional was just as cold blooded. I was there for it when
Which
she was
one?
talking about the relationships. She said,
Uh-huh.
in plural marriages, things break up. It changes, dynamic shifts. She's all like, you know what? I'm not close, particularly close to Mary.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to stay. That relationship is going to stay that way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not close to Robin. That relationship will stay that way. I'm extremely close to Janelle. That relationship will stay that way. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what, Christine, you better talk about it,
Yep.
and be. She laid it down. She's basically said like once she leaves, she ain't never talking to Mary again. She's not never talking to Robin again. The only person she gonna talk to is Janelle.
So wait, Yanni's saying Maddie is at odds with Robin, so Cody has no relationship with Maddie. That's why he's upset Isabella's moving there. What's Maddie's beef with Robin? Why everybody fighting with Robin?
Cause they know what Robin's doing.
Oh my God. And then Cody said he doesn't know if he can help his child move. She gave him so many options. You can drive, you can fly, you
Why?
can walk, like you can surfboard. And he was just like, no, COVID restrictions. Bye. Bye. Isabel walked away because this is like her surgery all over again. He's not going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
When using your children for the TV show, oops, all of that money for the kids, like they should have been getting a compensation. That should have went into a trust for their future education. It really should have. Um, Gabe and Garrison are going to throw down for sure. Them two got some. Is it bad that I want to see a fight between the boys and their dad? I,
I
oh
mean,
my God.
morally, yes, because you should never want to see families fighting. But for entertainment value, no. Because Cody did that to himself because he refuses to acknowledge where he was wrong. He's refused to acknowledge his failures and his shortcomings. And that's just what it is. Yeah, he just came out and said, "Yeah, Robin's my favorite wife." Blah 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 blah. People be like, "Okay, yeah, we know. Keep it moving. We know what to expect." But you run around talking like, "No, I'm spending time equally," and people look like you like, "No, you lying. How you spending time equally when you don't never see Mary? Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it."
We haven't seen Mary with anybody. She's always by herself. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
same can be said for Janelle, but she was sick. I can understand that. Um, okay, right now, most Janelle's kids are mad at Cody, and most of Christine's children are done with Cody. That's because they're girls. They handle things differently. Um, but is Peyton Pey, Peyton ain't seeing it for Cody. Mm-mm. Right now, McKelty have some relationship with Cody and Robin. Go away, go away. Okay, sorry. Um, how is this entire group of kids all saying the same thing, and Cody's like that didn't happen? Exactly. I gotta go with like the
The
majority
majority.
here. And they're saying it in different ways. The boys are just outright coming out calling a spade a spade. The girls, on the other hand, I haven't seen Maddie's beef with Robin, but the girls are just staying quiet and supporting their mothers.
Right.
They ain't saying nothing about their dad. They're just supporting their moms. Um, but remember, Peyton, Gabriel, and Garrison used to fight a lot as children. Now I can see it's because Cody wasn't present to keep them in line. But like, don't all teen boys do that? Like,
That's what I thought. I mean, those who have siblings.
but yeah, but if you say a bad word against Christine, all them boys ready to stop fighting each other and fight you. They'll follow Christine like little ducklings. Um, I don't know. Yes, that's true, Yanni, but now those three boys are tight. Oh, it's interesting. Hi, Ryan. It's interesting how none of the adult children have chosen a polygamous lifestyle. That's so true. That is so true.
I think it's partly to do with how Cody treats their mothers. I really feel that way.
Mhm.
I could be
Mhm.
wrong, but I do feel that way.
And also treats them because
That too.
he could not manage all of those children. He couldn't. Maybe when they were in the same house, maybe, but he just doesn't seem like a very involved or interactive father. Like him just go into a closet. You only got what, 5 kids in that house? Can you imagine if it was all 18 of them up in one house? Say what you will about the Duggars, and we can say a lot, but they kept all those kids under one roof and they were involved, maybe in just like a high level supervisory role while the other children took care of the little ones, but they were still there and teaching them something, how to be a pedophile. But you know, I'm just saying.
I got you.
I'm just comparing one evil to another. Oh my God. I don't know. It's just, I just don't think Cody's there.
No, he's
And
not.
was it Mary who said, I just wish he's always been hyper, but she wished he could
Right.
just focus,
Yeah,
channel
that was Mary.
his energy and focus on one thing? He don't want to focus on y'all. Period. Ah. Let's see. Um, just terminate and take a step back from raising these kids. Oh, did he just terminate and take a step back from? Yeah, because isn't it? Didn't somebody say, either in one of our chats or in a comment, that he needed like a big family, a lot of children in order to get into that higher level
It
of
was a combination of children and wives, I believe it is. Like the more
right.
it's like the more you children and wives you have, the higher you ascend.
Right. So I don't think he had these children for any other purpose than to get into that higher tier. I think it was just a byproduct. And he's like, well, if I have to be saddled with these women, then they can take care of those children. I just need to get to where I need to go. That's how I'm seeing this. I might be wrong, and correct me gently, but I feel like Cody is very selfish in the reasoning for his marriages and his children. That's just me.
Well, he's a people call him a narcissist, and I can go along with that now.
Oh, wait, hold up. Hold the phone. Yanni says Robin, when Maddie was a teen, got mad at her for saying she would never pick polygamy. And Robin says she's too young to make that decision. This came up last year again. A war on social media started.
Agreed.
What? Oh, wow. Wow. Yanni said Garrison, by the way, bought a home with the money he saved living at Janelle, and now Janelle lives with him. Good for him.
Agreed.
Oh, let's get ready to rumble. Yes, Christina. Um, Does Mary's child have anything to do with Cody? I don't think so. Because Mary's child, who used to be Mariah, is now Leon. And Audrey, based on some like our last chat, is also transitioning. So, I mean, this is a double whammy. I don't even think he fully accepted her lifestyle when she was when he was
Mariah.
Mariah with Audrey. I don't think he fully accepted that. But now that Mariah is Leon, I think it's only so much that he's going to tolerate. And he real quick to cut people off. I don't know. Oh. Hey, Blobby. I don't know how you can stand this boring show. Did we get everything in the episode?
Yeah, we covered everything. This is a good episode.
Oh, I felt bad at the end where Christine said that she feels that Cody has missed a great opportunity to get to know her kids. He had years. Your oldest one is in his 20s. Your youngest one is 12-ish. He had years, girl. Like, oh my God. And then Cody's saying that he feels that the children are trying to make him out to be a villain because of COVID protocols. Dude, these are the Robin and Cody protocols. This is beyond COVID. You were able to travel to your father's sister wife funeral just fine. You could go and see your kids, but you won't even go out in the yard and go and visit your kids. Sorry. Not a lot, Ryan. Even though Mary lied this past season and said that Leo isn't involved, yet haven't seen Cody mention Leo transformation once. I don't even did Mary mention her child as Mariah or Leon or Leo? Sorry.
Leo, I believe it is.
It's Leo. I don't know why I keep on saying Leon. Anyway, she said, did she say my child is not involved? Yes. Or did she didn't specify gender, did she?
No. Most people when they're unsure of what to say, most people revert to they them because it covers pretty much all genders. So if you're not sure, you say they.
I think it's more calculated on her part. I wonder if they're going to talk about that this season. Does Cody support their identity? I bet not. And considering they highlighted when she first came out as gay, as Mariah, what's her name? Mary didn't accept that. She's the one who had the problem with it. Christine is escaping and letting Cody have it this season. Worth the watch, in my opinion. True. Hi, blah, because we love to hate Cody, but unless he's gone, I'm done with the show like next season. Christina says Cody's never said a word publicly towards Leon. Is it Leon or is it Leo?
I think it's confused. Either or. I've seen both.
You've seen both? Okay. Yeah. I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm just confused. So I don't know what the name is.
I've seen both, so I just say Leo because I think that's the one I've seen the most.
Okay. Ava says, I just can't watch a man this basic pretend that he's God's gift to earth. Very true. Very true. Guys, give a shout out to Ava. She has a channel on YouTube, a Blavi. It's an awesome channel. She does better rants than we do. He could manage all the kids emotionally. He could manage all the kids emotionally or financially. I don't know. Oh wait, that's the problem of Blavi. He thinks he's God. That's what polygamy does to men. Are you serious? No. Robin's baby child is a holy terror. That's why Cody has to hide in the closet. That's the little one that doesn't sleep, or is it Saul that doesn't sleep, or the last child that doesn't sleep, that be up in the bed with them? Ugh. Yes, there's a number of wives, which is 3. I'm not sure about children, but it could be. More than selfish, self-centered. Robin saying her sister wives were wrong because they lost track of how often Cody is there is super wrong. Oof. Yanni says, I agree, Debbie. I believe he faked accepted that is a lesbian. So is Gwendolyn. That's why I think he doesn't mention. Wait, Gwendolyn is too? Jamal, remember I told you that the stats are 1 in 5 kids is part of the LGBTQA plus community.
I just
And
looked it
they
up.
were
Gwendolyn has
long
a girlfriend.
overdue.
Gwendolyn has a girlfriend.
No way.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I was like, huh. So you said she has a boyfriend. I'm like,
I
oh,
thought it
that
was
would
a
make sense.
boyfriend. I didn't know. So that's 2 out of the 18. Yowzers. Wait, how many are biologically his? 15?
15.
1 more to go. 1 in 5.
So see, yeah. Look, sorry, real quick.
Bisexual. She has a girlfriend. Oh, I did not know that. I'm just waiting on the Duggars. Because I think it's Jenna. I think she's a lesbian. Hey, Jenna.
People have been speculating on that like all over the internet for a minute.
I know, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Child. And back to this, I do think that he faked accepting Mariah as a lesbian because I feel Robin told him it would be the politically correct thing to do to go on camera and accept it and let Mary take the fall as the one not accepting it.
Right.
That's what I think happened there. But do I think he accepts Mariah? No, because if he did, when she came there during the panty with Aubrey and she was quarantining with Mary, when they were moving, remember?
Yeah.
She went on to the bed and breakfast and he didn't know until days later.
Right.
He
Until
didn't
there about
call, he didn't
the day
text, nothing.
the day before they were going to leave, I believe it was.
But he wasn't engaged with her.
Right.
He was all up in her business telling her that she can't move. But yet when she finally got there, he didn't even bother to call her. There's such a thing as FaceTime. This is where he falls down. This is where he falls down because he could at least call or FaceTime these kids and he doesn't. It's true, Larja. It does sound like he was more concerned with getting some than getting to know his kids. He went to the funeral not to look bad to his own family. That's why he went, to save face. I don't think he had a choice because the lady that died was Janelle's mom and one of his, like she was a second or third wife. No, she was a third wife to his dad. She was a third wife to his dad. So she helped to raise Cody. He couldn't have missed that. And that's why Robin was getting on like a fucking idiot because he was gone. And the only time she called Janelle house was when he was there. Hey, Larja, welcome. Um, she said child because the taping was before transition. Oh, okay. I don't know the timeline. Thank you for that, Yanni. Based on an awesome review, that's my opinion. Larger, you don't watch this show? We have a very biased opinion of this show. But Cody's face and Cody's words don't match when Leo came out as a lesbian. They didn't. He was forced into saying that, and I think the incentive was to make Mary look bad. Okay, so y'all let us know what it is. When y'all find out what this young man's name is, just let us know, and we'll use that moving forward. So we do apologize if we don't have Leo or Leon's name correct. Hey, Susan, we love you and the replay crew. Women like she has a girlfriend. Okay, I think I'm lost in this. You need to review 90 Day UK. I lost track of it. You find the Iranian man hilarious. Oh my God. They get their green card in 2 weeks. Nice. Could never happen here. Susan, focus on work today, hun. We understand. One episode was put off by the gaslighting. Yeah, there is a lot of gaslighting in here, but the reason why we watch is that Christine is now immune to that gaslighting, and she is hitting everything that he comes at her with. She is hitting back. So we love it. We love it.
So I just went to their Instagram page, and it looks like it's Leon.
Is Leon? Whose Instagram page?
So the Instagram page is Leo in the mountains. So I think that's where people get Leo from. But the name on the profile is Leon Brown, and the pronouns are they them.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think people are getting Leo. People are getting Leo because the IG handle is Leo in the mountains.
But it is Leon with an N at the end.
Yes.
And is Aubrey transitioning too? Because I heard that as well.
Let's see. Let's see. All right.
Same, Yanni. I can't wait for that. So Yanni says, yes, Aubrey is too.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. You don't know if she's changed if she's changed the name yet. Okay. Wow. Well, you know what? Whatever makes them happy. Whatever makes them happy. But yeah, that was the episode, y'all. This is a humdinger. It's so far, it's very satisfying, unlike Whitney. Ugh. But I'm gonna need them to speed up their timeline.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a production crew to get in there. I'm tired of them doing their own filming. But I am very proud of the editing team for not being on Cody's side at all. But that's it for me. I don't have anything else on this episode. It was a great episode. Looking forward to next week. Christine, we are here. We will go down to our local supermarkets and get you some boxes and help you with a U-Haul and get you on over to Utah. We're here. Jamal's closer, but we're here.
Yep, pretty much.
All right. Well, Jamal, have a great weekend. Everybody in the
You
chat
too.
and comments, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here next Thursday for Housewives Roundup. All right, Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, we're good. Thanks for everyone for supporting us and laughing along with these stupid shows, no matter how bad they are. This is why we tell you like this episode sucked. That way you understand where our reviews and our opinions come from.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Until next time.
Yep.
Bye.